the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Corum to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, it's Corum. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Stroud working out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Stroud out of the gun here. That's complete. It's Collins. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Still going inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Stroud coming right back after the pick six. That's complete to Dell.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Stroud.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Stroud off the play fake.
Sliding out of the pocket. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Broken tackle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Okay.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Here's Stroud.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now Stroud.
They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
3rd and goal, Stroud.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
The kick by Fairbairn is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Stafford.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans.
They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, you know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line. Ready.
Play action. Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Stafford going to give this one to Corum.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Stafford.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to add on to that lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Got his man, Dell. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Stroud to throw it.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll go in the box as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Darian Kendrick.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Incomplete into the hands of Fowler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throw left side, complete to Cup.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Corum.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Stafford now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Corum now on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Stafford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And this one is right through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. This complete to Diggs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Stroud looking to change the play. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Stroud looking to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Back to throw, Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Here's Stafford.
That's quickly to Atwell on a slant.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2nd down and 4.
From the 50, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Stafford.
That is caught.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Stroud working out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Through the middle of the field.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2.
Now Stafford.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Right, 22. 0.
Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
To the right side, this is Corum.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Stafford.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to breaks it.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard thinking to themselves,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
at least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Stroud.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
On the give, it's Corum. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Corum.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
From the gun to give to Mixon.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Stroud off the play fake. That's pulled in by Brooks.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins, complete.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Running left, it's Mixon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All I thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Stroud now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
In motion right, that's Dell. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And I think the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he's out right at the 25. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, 22! Hey, easy, easy! Middle, middle, middle! Big 20!
Stafford now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. Fights loose. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
Flush to his right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Stroud looking to throw.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
from 10 yards out.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
21.
Back to throw. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They run once more with Corum.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain an 11-point spread. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Stroud.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
A gain of 2 brings us 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.